All right, so I woke up a little bit later today, which is not good. I'm just ate breakfast. I had a grapefruit, some ham. I still haven't finished the grapefruit. Here it is. But grapefruit are the best fruit. And we're about to get ready to do some throwing. I like the way the videos look when I'm wearing a black shirt, just because I fade a little bit more into the background and there's more contrast between myself and the object. This is my dining room right now of the pots so far. Yeah, and that's about it for now. I'm about to go downstairs. I think things I'm thinking about, like as I'm getting ready, and changing and getting ready to go downstairs, I'm already thinking about like what I want my videos to sort of like look like today. So I'm thinking about these things. I'm like, okay, like right now I'm like, okay, I can do something about like duality, right? And I can have me and myself like have two Noahs, looking at clay, and maybe there's some sort of difference between there, right? There's always like that battle. So I'm thinking about that, okay? And how would I sort of stitch that together? And then I'm also thinking about, okay, I want to do one where maybe the clay is falling, but it's falling really slow. And so there's like the middle moments of making, right? Where you're just kind of sitting around. And so maybe I'll be like drinking coffee or something, right? While this clay is falling in slow motion, right? And so that's a potential another video, right? And these things can all change at like the flip of a switch, right? So it's just important that you keep thinking about these things. And like if you think you have a really rock solid idea, but you might not be able to achieve that today, think about what the things that you can achieve with the time and with the discipline that you have in that moment, right? And so if you keep doing that every day, you'll slowly build a tolerance up and you'll start callousing your mind. But all right, I'll see you guys in a second. Peace. Hello. So we're getting all prepped up. We got the pots from yesterday. I let them dry. Sometimes I'll let them dry all the way and they just pop right off the plastic bat. But sometimes the moisture down here shifts a little bit, so it takes a little bit longer. Fill up my little water pouch. If you're curious about what I do when it gets filled, I have these buckets, and so I'll just put the slop in these buckets, and when they get full, I don't have I probably could reclaim that, but I'm not gonna reclaim unless I got a pug mill, it just takes too much time and to re-wedge all that stuff. It's just, and I don't do any trimming, so it's not like I have a lot. I feel like that bucket, it's like a quarter full. It took me quite a while to get it that full. It's not like it. I realized I should be filming like this instead of the other way, so I'm gonna just switch that up. But I realized that if it takes, like I said, that's like a couple weeks worth in there. So if it takes like a month for me to fill a bucket, because I don't do any trimming, I try to throw with as much as the clay that's on the wheel as possible, and that little skirt on the bottom, I flip that up and I make something out of it. So I don't have that much to reclaim really. But I usually just take it out into the woods and dump it. I have a spot, and so I always go out there. I'm like, somebody's gonna think that I don't know, some Stranger Things portal is opening or some shit, because it just looks very different. But I'm thinking clay's clay. It's not like there's gonna be anything crazy. It's not like I'm throwing with some blue clay and there's cobalt in it or something, But yeah, that's about it. All right, I'm gonna throw this. Well, maybe I'll do a prep thing. Hold on. Set this up here. It's gonna shake a little bit. But should go through how I'm wedging. So cut a 25 pound thing into like 6 equal-ish spots, and I wedge them up right then and there, but sometimes I'll give it another wedge, and then sometimes if I have a failure, like, that's still pretty solid. Takes a while. So yeah, sometimes if I have a failure, dude, I hope this doesn't, the camera doesn't fall as I'm doing this. So there's a lot of air bubbles, but right now I'm just trying to get it dry enough to wedge on the exterior. So then when I really start to put some wedging pressure on it, it's not gonna like it's not gonna like, some of it sticks, right? But you want to try to get as much of that off as possible. So I take a rib and I'll just scrape it. And this is just like a wooden, like cart. You know, you can do it on a piece of plastic or whatever, really. I have like a canvas board that I used to do it on. And I just set this up against the wall. I'm usually in a good spot, but, and for me, like, some of the wedging happens like during the throwing process too, so I just get as close as possible, and if there's a bubble, you know, it's whatever. You know, it's not gonna, they're never large enough, and I'm never like firing the kiln fast enough where it's gonna explode. And there's all sorts of, right now I'm doing like a cone half wedge. I don't know, it's not really a good cone wedging, but it's enough to get it modest. You can do like a ram's head if you want. Right? If you see like, it's like a little ram. These are the horns. But yeah, just get them close enough, and then that's about it. Now we're ready to throw, so I'm gonna go throw this first pod, and then I'll be back in a second. Alright, peace. Alright, we just finished that first one. I think the intro is going to be a little bit janky, but the concept is there, and then the pod actually turned out pretty cool. I'll show it to you guys right now. So this is the pot. Really, I got it tilted and everything a little bit too, and right underneath you can see all that stuff's happening up right underneath the canopy there. But yeah, this pot I thought was pretty cool. I really like this sort of tilt. And imagine if like a flower was coming out and sort of like drooping over top of it. This one's good. The throwing on it, you know, like I'm always, my rating scale is like really intense because I have my whole life ahead of me, right? And so you gotta understand, like, I'm still early on, so my best pots are gonna be like years from now. But this one I'd give it probably a 3. I actually think the skirt of it's kind of simple and nice because there's a lot of stuff happening on that top. And I mean, look at that. You just fucking get sucked right into the middle of that vortex there. But this one's pretty good, you know? I'll see you guys in a second after the second one. The second one I'm gonna do that duality thing I was talking about a little bit earlier, so. And I don't even know if I should put them in this video or if I should just have links to that, but alright, see you guys in a second. hold on, let me get this. So we did the other pot just now, and this one, you know, I'll show it to you here, but I'll talk a little bit about it. So this pot was the one that I wedged right beforehand, and that clay is really soft, so this, when I was throwing, I could also feel it's really soft. It makes it, like, the moving part really nice, and like this twist, like that feels complete, but you can't really get this, there's just not enough sturdiness of the clay, or the clay is just not hard enough to really pull that outward, so you get these sort of unsettling flaps here that I'm not really crazy about. Where like here you can see like it's still like pretty like stiff, right, and it's not moving. Where that is totally, it looks just a little bit looser, you know. I like the tilt of it. Like that is still pretty cool. On the inside I did 5 this time, but you know it's not something like this, right? It doesn't have like this sort of lift to it. It really feels weighted on that pot. So this one's gonna get probably a 1 or 2. For the way it looks, probably just a 1. I did the base a little bit differently than I did here or like on here. So yeah, that's kind of that one. I think the video aspect of it though will be pretty cool. So yeah, I think I'll work them into this video and you'll see them all like maybe in between these shots, and so you can sort of get a hang of what I'm doing here. But yeah, so that's that pot. We're gonna do the third one. I don't really have an idea for the way I want this one to sort of be conveyed through the videos, but we're just gonna go for it and see what happens. You know, I think I need to put some more energy into the throwing and be a little bit more like loose with my movements. I feel like after that first stage, some of the videos get a little bit flat towards the end, even though the form might be interesting. My emotion and my aggression towards the clay really dwindles. So that's really it. So thank you guys. Be back in just a second. Peace. Alright, I just finished the last one for the day, and you know what, I think that this pot, like there's some cool elements of it. I tried to do something weird with the bottom. Every single pot today, the skirt was really thin. I wasn't thinking about this, making a large skirt, so all the skirts, all the skirts were pretty thin, and so I couldn't really do a whole lot, and so I wanted to do something like more flowy thing, but I think I ended up just looking like shit. But here they are. Alright, so I really like this part where this curve seems to almost blend, other than that little spot there, but it seems to like blend into this top part, right? And there's like a high side, right? And then you see this like low side over here. So it's kind of cool to see that sort of thing happening on the pot. And then this is the skirt, you know, like I try to just go, but it just kind of just looks like a mess. So, not really a fan of that. The under, I got like, so if you stretch out this top part a little bit more, it twists more there, right? So like I'm collaring to keep it thicker, right, so it stays sturdy, but then I sort of stretch it out with my fingers, and then it will, you know, collapse there, and so it gives like these nice little spaces for glaze to potentially go through. I like the top twist, right? This one's more of like a splayed out, but the ones that are on the top I think are pretty good. But all right, now I gotta go get I gotta eat some lunch. Probably gonna finish that grapefruit, and then I'll start editing. And the editing is the thing, you know, realistically I could finish the throwing like in like 30 minutes. you know, like maybe even less than that. It takes me like six minutes to throw one of these things, and so it's really quick. I could just throw these all day, but I need to make sure I do the videos. I used to just make pots all day, but it wasn't really doing anything for me, so yeah. All right, well, I'll see you guys in a second. Peace out. All right, so I'm back. It's a little bit dark, but I'm not gonna change it. So, but yeah. So I just got done editing the first one. You can still see the string from when I was dangling it. You can see it, but yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty frustrated myself. I don't know what it is, but like sometimes I can get like it's like right in that in between from coming down there eating and then now editing. There's like some lag that I just need to like end up getting rid of it, because like I don't know. I want to start being done by like at least like 7, 8, or 9 o'clock when I do these things. And I probably won't be done until like 10, which is like it's frustrating, but alright. See you guys in a second. Peace. Alright, keeps getting a little bit darker outside, but I just finished the first round of editing, and so now I do the backgrounds and some sound effects, and then I post them. So things are going pretty good. I actually think today's pots are gonna be pretty weak, but the editing is actually pretty okay. You know, one of them still is kind of iffy, but I'm pretty excited about it. Alright, cool. See ya. Alright, now you guys can't even see me, but I finished. It's 8 o'clock. Now I'm gonna edit this video, which should take me a lot sooner. So, thanks again. I guess maybe I should talk a little bit about what's going on. Well, about like what's going on about how things went today. So, you know, I think the pots today, they were okay. The editing, you know, I've been trying some new things out, so I think that's kind of interesting, having like overlapping and using the green screen to have more control over what's going on in the video. For example, you know, having something drop in front of me as I'm walking up instead of them one at a time. I can try to make them simultaneously happen. When I split up the actions, then I can collapse them together later on. But yeah, I know y'all can't really see my mouth moving, but I promise I'm excited about it. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. All the best. Strong mentality. Peace.